Hey everybody, today we head to Center Point, Indiana to go to an Exotic Feline Rescue Center to check out some wild cats. The kids are definitely in their cat phase right now, so we figured we would indulge it and check out some beautiful animals today. What are we getting ready to do?
We're at a cat sanctuary.
Yeah, we're gonna check out some big wild cats, aren't we?
Yeah, it has cats and foxes.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, cool.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Max and Mercury in there. We got them from a man in Chicago about a year ago. So they're also pretty new here.
Sounds so cute.
And the big way for me to tell them apart is usually when they're walking. So Max walks pretty funny because he has a neurological disorder called ataxia, and that affects his balance, and he just has a sway whenever he walks. So that's usually the big tell for me.
Wow.
You guys are welcome to walk up here so you can get a little closer. Hi. He might come into the small part. No?
Wow.
He's thirsty. So while we're over here, I can kind of talk about how we go into enclosures safely without coming into contact with any of the animals. So each enclosure has at least two parts, a big part and a small part. So right now Max is in his small part, Mercury's in the big part. So say we want them both in their small part so we can go into the big part. We just get them both in, and then we lower at least one of these slide gates.
I don't know why.
Sometimes both, depending on how they're behaving. Sometimes we have to put one in between both of them because they bicker sometimes. So once they're both in there, we always have an extra set of eyes to make sure that they're both in there and the slide gates are in fact lowered, and then we get okay to go in, we clean, pull bone, feed, do whatever we have to do in there. And then we lock up, and we always make sure that another person can see the locks, and then we get okay to lift the slide gate, and then we let them out, and then just repeat that same process if we need to go into the small part.
Wow. Oh my
We're about to
goodness.
walk up to a sweet little girl right here. So this is Zoe.
Wow.
Zoe is a female tiger. Hey, you guys can feel free to get closer to her if you're comfortable. Just don't just reach toward or anything like that. So this is Zoe. We got her from a retired circus trainer. She was locked in a barn with 10 other cats, horses, and an elephant.
Oh my.
And then in that barn, she was locked in a 5x7 enclosure for about 10 years of her life. Unfortunately, she's by herself, and she does have a tick where when she's excited or nervous, she walks in a circle. It's about that same size as that enclosure. She was like that again for about 10 years. So that's just a tick she has that she won't be able to shake, unfortunately. But she is a very, very sweet girl. Those noises she made, that little chuffing noise, that's just her basically saying hello to all of you.
Oh wow.
She's a very, very sweet tiger. Yeah.
How often do you feed them?
Once a day, 5 days out of the week in the summer, and 6 days out of the week in the winter. So when it's hot out, they don't want to eat so much, so it would just be a waste of food if we fed them every single day. They just won't eat it. Like a cooler that we put all the meat in. So all that's donated. We also get deer, so if someone hits a deer with their car, if it's still fresh, we'll accept it. We also will take freezer meat, so if you have any bad freezer meat or freezer meat that's about to go bad, we'll take it. So pretty much everything's donated to us. She's gonna get, I believe she's getting turkey today. So.
That's your favorite food, isn't it?
Do they ever try to climb these fences?
Picky fishing cats, and they don't like to eat it.
Really?
They would much rather have a chicken leg.
Wow.
They are iffy about turkey.
Fishing
They
cats.
love chicken though. Don't like fish, which is so strange.
See it?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I love their faces. They have
They
such
have
a
some
unique
very
face.
interesting faces. I hardly see them here, but we do have one of the biggest on tour. He's about 450 pounds.
They have a zebra tail.
The zebra tail, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
he'll come
white
back.
with black. Yeah, it's kind of white.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah, Drago is a big boy.
Wow. He's
So
saying
yeah,
hi.
that's his chuff. That's him saying hi.
He's saying hi to you.
That was cool.
They are the two biggest that we have on tour. We do have some other tigers that aren't on tour that are probably in the 500s range, and you won't see one. So over here, we do have two caracals named Wasabi and Pebbles.
This is amazing. Wow.
So this is Wasabi and Pebbles, two of our caracals. We got them from a woman in Detroit who had them in an enclosure in her backyard, but they kept escaping. So authorities told her that she had to either keep them contained or find a new home for them. But she did not want to make an effort to keep them contained or fix their enclosure, so we ended up getting them. That's Wasabi down there, and then Pebbles is way up there. Pebbles has a smaller head than Wasabi. Platform up there.
What platform?
That's Pebbles.
But yeah, we got more. You'll look straight up against the fence and lift his tail straight up. You have about 4 or 5 seconds to step out of his way, otherwise you will get sprayed on. It smells like burnt popcorn, so it's not the worst smell ever, but I don't think anyone wants to get sprayed on, so I'll try my best to keep an eye on him and warn you guys.
Wow. Such a bright
But
orange.
we got Kimbo from a facility out in California. They closed down because they had several natural disasters back to back. I believe it was 2 wildfires and then a flood. And so they just couldn't afford to keep making repairs just to have the same issue again. So they did make the decision to close down, and we got him and 14 other cats. It was one of the largest rescues here. Kimbo is also a very, very... get a little pin. Instead, I got sprayed by a tiger.
It's all yours.
So you guys might get lucky. I hope I don't jinx this, but he hasn't sprayed on one of my tours in a while. So we'll see if you guys are going to be lucky or not.
Hey, buddy, look this way.
The white dots on the ears, is that to look like
Gosh.
Supposed to look
eyes?
like they have eyes on the back of their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Eyes on the back of their head.
Right through.
So we got her and another tiger named Rajan, who is not on tour because he is not the friendliest. So she's here, and she does have a shorter tail. You can't really tell from back here, but it's about half the length of a regular tiger's tail. And it doesn't affect her balance or anything like that. We do think she was just born that way.
Do you ever turn down taking an animal?
Usually no, because we have so much space. I think we have space for about 250.
Oh, oh. I think you just earned yourself a pin.
You stinker, you.
Did it get you?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so. Smell it.
It's all right here though. You can see it on the.
Yeah, I can go back as far as 10 feet, so it's still pretty far.
I had to run for it really bad.
Was that good? Oh, look at you. Very cute. Max.
Max is a male tiger.
Oh wow, look at that.
He is the biggest tiger we have on tour. He does weigh about the same as Drago at that 450-pound range, but when he was younger, he was probably in that 500 range. And you can see that his paws and his head are bigger than Drago, so that's why we say that he is the biggest, even though they weigh about the same. We got Max from a white tiger breeder when he was about 5 weeks old, and he's 19 years old now.
Wow.
So he's been here a pretty long time. But you can see that he's not a white tiger, and that's because that is a recessive gene. So when they are bred, you have a bunch of your orange tigers before you get one white tiger. And his previous owner did want to keep him so that whenever he did decide to breed him, he would hopefully have some white cubs. But he did lose his license, and he was no longer allowed to have him.
I want that one.
He's pretty big.
Hey, buddy. I cannot believe I'm this close to a tiger right now. Wow, isn't that amazing?
They're just so cute. No, not you.
So the magician unexpectedly passed away. So we got her and several other cats you guys will get to see. And you can see a single file line because this path is pretty narrow and we do have cats on both sides. So just again, don't reach towards the enclosure. And we'll probably just keep walking really close.
And do not touch any of the ivy.
But it seems like Kimbo does not want to follow us on tour, so you guys have to worry about getting sprayed on again. Non-cat species that we got here. Other than up there, we had like 30 years ago.
Don't you dare.
Is he coming to spray us?
No.
He might.
Maybe.
Oh,
Oh, he did.
oh my goodness.
Look at
I see. I was hoping there would be like
I'm trying, Mason.
Ooh, I heard one.
That's Charlie. I don't think that. So it looks like be careful. Don't reach.
No.
Like that, yeah.
Wow. So
Wow.
pretty.
Oh my goodness. So pretty.
Those blue
But
eyes.
make sure we don't
Look at her.
when we walk.
Pretty blue eyes.
Oh, we're not going to walk back that way. You don't have to worry about it.
Here, do you want to stand right there?
Turn right here.
Hey!
Stand right there.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
you go.
Here, turn now. Here, I can't see her now. Go that way. Okay, stop. No, stand right here. Right here. Okay, stop. Okay, look here. Why are you looking so, like, sad, both of you?
Whoa, doesn't like you.
Okay.
Oh man, I just stopped filming during that. I wish I would have caught that.
I was just taking a
How's your
picture.
heart?
Filter, and they did clean it with bleach, but they did not rinse it out very well or dilute it. So he does have permanent damage on his paw pads. So usually their paw pads are pretty rough. His are very smooth because of that damage. He has, unfortunately, that permanent tissue damage. He does walk a little funny
Wait, I see
because of
another
it.
one, but I didn't see
He's
the
also an
color.
older cat. Not all of them. Not all of them. He is a grumpy old man.
Hey, little bud.
He hardly ever tugs.
You seem to have many more tigers than
Wait, I thought
We only have one
from
lion.
every tiger.
Yeah, we did have more.
I agree.
I don't know how many we had. All tigers do. So we got her from that same cub petting facility as Rocky. So you guys weren't here when I talked about Rocky. I'll talk about him again when we see him. But cub petting facilities, when the cub is either 3 months old or they're too large to be pet by the public, they are unfortunately either put down or they're taken to another facility.
Oh no.
She obviously was not put down, but she was locked in a concrete enclosure for the first part of her life, and she did not get to touch grass until she got here. So
Wow.
when she did, it scared her pretty bad, and she jumped about 3 feet in the air because, again, she's never touched grass before. And so she had to learn how to be a tiger here, like how to climb on her tower and swim in her tank and stuff like that. She did not know how to do any of that until she got here.
You said this is a
That
bobcat?
looks like Odin up there. Balder is
Oh, there's one
somewhere
at the
else
top.
in the enclosure.
Are these full grown?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
In my mind, they were
these
always
two
bigger.
Are actually native to Indiana, and they
Oh.
are smaller size bobcat. If Balder were out, you could see that he's bigger than both of them. Not much bigger, but he is bigger. So yeah, these three were supposed to be rehabilitated and released back into the wild, but they were all deemed too friendly, so they could not be released because of that. So that's how we got them. And Alice and Odin, they came to us from Clay County, and then Balder from a facility that closed down just due to financial issues. I'm surprised she's actually up here. She's usually, like I said, in the very middle of her enclosure, so she's hardly ever out for tour. Or not. And if you guys don't mind, we'll probably just stay in the gravel over here because that's where their gross water drains out of.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Look at you. Stay in the ground. She said stay on the grass.
Daddy, run away.
So Bo, he is another one that loves to swim in his tank. So sometimes whenever we're about to pull up, we can see him swimming in his tank and playing with his toys in there, splashing around. It's really cute. He also gets pretty impatient. So whenever we go into his enclosure, we have to be pretty quick about it because he gets pretty loud, and he also starts to bite on his back leg. Like how dogs will chase their tail and bite on their tail, he does that with his back leg. So we have to be pretty quick about his and put his food pretty far out because he gets a little aggressive. But other than that, he's pretty sweet for the most part.
I really like that chocolate color stripe.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
He's a pretty boy. But either way, that is very dangerous. So the man wasn't even allowed to have him, so he was taken away, and the man was arrested. And I believe he also had animal trophies he was not supposed to have. Taken away, the man is in prison.
I see one fox, two fox, three fox. And they're all different. Oh my gosh, that was cute. I see all four foxes.
So it seems like you guys are ready to see the foxes. So these guys are the guardians, named after Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we also have Mantis and Star-Lord that came with them. They don't get along with the group, so they were separated. So they were all privately owned. I want to say that's Nebula up there. And then we have Drax. And then Groot is a brown one. That's probably in that box. Yep, Groot just came out, and then on top of that box is Rocket.
Oh, here comes one.
That's Groot.
Kind of in the box up there.
Wow.
So Gamora is the sweetest little fox. The keepers are allowed to go in with the foxes because they don't mind us being in there too much. That's Archie. So the reason why he's not white right now is because it's summertime. Same retired circus trainer Zoe Tiger that we saw earlier. So he's entirely sure of his age, but at his youngest, he's about 22 years old. So he's an old man, but he's still pretty spunky. He'll charge at me sometimes. But lions actually are really lazy. They sleep anywhere from 19 to 20 hours a day. So he's about to go back to bed. Or roll. Okay.
Oh, wow.
He's rolling over.
Gotta join you on that one.
See him laying down. Alright, jump off.
Cute.
Get up.
And then if you guys don't mind getting in this grass area over here. Yeah, the owner just became too old. They are wild animals. They aren't the friendliest, I would say. So African servals have really long legs. They can jump about 7 to 12 feet high in the air because in the wild they'll catch birds that are flying down.
Oh, cool.
And how I tell the difference between these two.
Wow.
It's a little harder to see, but we got them in May from a rehabber out in Kansas. That same one that we got Balder from.
What?
So that's the lynx.
Button is a Canada lynx. And how she got her name is basically she just has the end part of a bobcat's tail and it just looks like a little black button.
Oh, yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys saw our Eurasian lynx behind the booth. But she's actually going to get bigger than them. She has quite a bit of growing to do. She's only a little over a year old. Wow. Same as those two. Belanisa is a female bobcat. We got her from a facility down in southern Indiana called Wildlife Bobcats. It's the equivalent of taking off a person's first
Took her
knuckle.
claws out.
So that
Which
can
is
cause
very
problems like
painful for
arthritis
cats
as she gets older, unfortunately. But she's a very, very sweet bobcat. She loves seeing all the keepers. She just loves people, I would say.
That's so cute.
She's We have lots of them here. And if you guys want to come up a little bit further, we can see Sassy. Just going between these cards.
Oh, sorry.
So this is Sassy. Sassy is a female leopard. We got her from that same Amish run facility as Tiger Lily and Jilly. You can see she's a chunkier girl. She also has short active cat, believe it or not. I think she gets mad whenever I talk about her weight. But her name is very fitting to her. She likes to act really sweet for tours. And then the second we need to go into her enclosure to feed and clean and stuff like that, she'll flip like a switch and she'll jump on the fence, hiss and growl and stuff like that. But for the public, she likes to act really sweet. Sometimes she'll roll on her back and act like she wants her belly rubbed, but I can promise you she does not want her belly rubbed.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Wow. That's lots.
She's ready to eat.
I
think she smells the
Feeling,
food.
yeah.
Get her to
One of these guys over here, and then we have this bow shirt here in both black and white, and we have more of the black leopard shirts as well.
Okay.
Do you have a black leopard?
Yep,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
over there.
want to see them.
Oh, is he not part of?
Wait, also leopard? I don't see it.
Panthers aren't even real animals. They're just a term used to describe big cats.
I don't see him.
Black.
If you're a black panther, you'll see a black leopard.
Black leopard.
And I can't believe that we go in like new rooms section.
Did you have a great time? We're back home. Here's a quick little haul of everything we got for the kids. We got this one with some wildcats here. Exotic Feline Rescue Center. Center Point, Indiana. So that's where we were. Center Point, Indiana. And then here's another one. And I guess, yeah, these are the first three animals, BC, Molly, and Kiki, that they acquired at the rescue center. Look at that. Since 1991 is when they were established. So that's what we picked up. Okay, and you picked up some stuffed animals also. What did we get?
These I already had for a long time.
Yeah.
But they're what panda eels, but they kind of look like lion eels.
Or tiger
And
ears.
tiger.
Yeah.
I had these for a long time, but they're lion or tiger eels.
Yeah, and you wore those to the sanctuary?
Yeah. And,
All right.
and we got these from the cat sanctuary. They're tigers. Yeah, they're tigers.
Uh-huh.
And they're supposed to have like eyes on the back of their ears.
Right.
Yeah.
Tigers have white spots on the
Here's the front.
right on the back of their ears.
Here's the front. Here's the side. Here's the back.
And did you name them anything?
Yeah.
What'd you name them? What's yours?
I haven't named mine yet.
Still deciding?
I named mine Cub.
Cub. Oh, that's sweet.
Oh yeah, I named mine Stripe.
Stripe. So Stripe and Cub.
Yeah,
Very
little
cute.
Tag.
New members of the family. Little tigers. So did you have fun?
Yeah. Yeah. And they got some new animals, and they're coyotes, and
Raccoons?
raccoons.
And a bear?
And a bear.
But we didn't see any of those.
Yeah.
They didn't have those as a part of the tour. Well, did you have a favorite animal?
Cats.
Well, they're all cats, most of them. Which type of cat did we see most of?
Tigers.
Yeah, there were so many tigers.
But when
we got so close to them.
Want to know what a lion did? Like,
Oh yeah.
a lion, like, rolled over, and it was like,
Yeah, the lion rolled over. It was so cute.
yeah. And perhaps had a mane. See you tomorrow for more peer hangout. And it had,
You're done?
and it had a mane, and that made it cuter.
I know. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked the lynx. I thought that was so cute, and I just loved seeing the tigers. And oh my goodness, there was this great moment when we were taking pictures of the kids, and then one of the white tigers started to attack the fence. But I just stopped recording. I can't remember how much of it I got. I think I missed the initial jump towards the fence, but I did maybe catch the end of it. It was wild. I was so close to getting that, but I just stopped filming. It was so cool. But it was awesome, and we learned a lot of stories about the various cats, and I think some of that made it into the video, hopefully, but yeah, it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. So, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.